To have interactivity in our React apps, we need to listen to events that happen in our app and react to these events by updating some state. Here we see a simple example of a button with a click event listener. In this case, the event listener is written as an arrow function. We can also listen to many other browser events, for example the change event of an input or the submit event of a form. If we want to, we can access the event object as a function parameter. Then we can get more detailed information about the event. For example, for a mouse event, we can find out which mouse button was involved or where on the screen the event took place. When handling events, keep in mind that you have to provide a function as the handler and not a function call. In the first example here, the event handler function is defined as an arrow function. In the second example, I'm using a shorter notation. The arrow function from the first example was nothing but an indirect way of calling the event handler. In this case, I can also just provide the event handler directly. The third example has an error. If I would write it like this, the handle event function would already get called when the component is being rendered, not when the user has clicked the button. I'm also going to use this opportunity to talk about the submit event in forms. For historical reasons, HTML forms have a default behavior which is undesired in many JavaScript applications. By default, a submitted form will send its contents directly to the server. If we want to suppress this default behavior, we can call prevent default on the event object. Here are some exercises you can do to experiment with events in a slideshow application. Try using the short or long notation for event listeners on different events. Note that the short notation is only possible in some cases. Get the event object of some event and log some event details. Create a small form to go to a specific image. The form would have an input field to enter an image and a Go button.